Hello, I'm Mr. Silver Fox,
And I'm Mrs. Silver Fox, and you're listening to the Silver Fox Swingset.
a podcast where we document the ins, outs, and upside downs of the swinger lifestyle from a beginner's perspective.
This podcast is recommended for the 18 and over crowd and contains adult content. So if you're not a grown-up, please come back when you're of legal consenting age.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 7. I'm Mr. Silver Fox.
And I'm Mrs. Silver Fox.
We wrap up season 1 with a recap and answer the question, is the lifestyle for us? So first, we should tell everybody, what have we been up to?
I feel like our calendar's been pretty full.
I know I felt pretty wore out, and I was kind of glad for this weekend to be able to take it off and recoup from everything we've been up to. We've had a lot of fun, been with a lot of amazing people and friends. So, well, what did we do first?
St. Patrick's Day happened, yeah. We actually, typically for like lifestyle events, will pick a place or a thing. But St. Patty's Day was kind of a horse of a different color. I feel like we tried to do everything for St. Patty's Day.
We definitely hit a few events.
We did things.
We did plenty of things. Mixed in with a bunch of debauchery.
Oh, my heavens.
So the first event we went to, we attended St. Patty's Day at Secret Desires of Ohio. The first night is a meet and greet when we go there, so it's just kind of a chance to go down, revisit friends, make new friends, and get a chance. There's some there's some karaoke that night. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's
there was some really good karaoke, and I'm not really a person that says, "Oh my gosh, the karaoke was good," but there was a lot of jams. I felt like, and people killed it.
I had a good time in there. You know, it's different, so you know it's. The environment change is always great at these events because you can go from, you know, a karaoke place, and then of course, you know, we spend a fair amount of time in the smoke tent, and you know,
you're welcome.
In the different suites on the different floor, there's different themes set up for different things to do. So
oh yeah, and they did the shot and share too, and I made Boozy Bears with a whole ass bottle of Grey Goose, and I don't drink liquor, so I couldn't test them, and I don't really know. I never tasted one, but according to everyone, they were good, but
pure liquor,
very strong.
It was a casual night, but I think you looked very sexy. You definitely wore an amazing outfit that evening,
and I would say that night's outfit was a tribute to how entertaining I am to myself and how clever I think I sometimes am with outfits, even if nobody else notices. So I wore a rainbow half shirt or something and really shiny gold pants. So I was a pot of gold under the rainbow, and even though no one knew what the hell I was going for, I felt so clever and so sexy, and I actually really loved that outfit.
Did you make a TikTok of that?
I did make a couple of thirst trap TikToks for that. I did.
Well, later on, I think we'll mention your link to TikTok if anybody's interested in seeing how amazingly hot Mrs. Silver Fox was.
But also be warned, I am a hot mess. If you follow me on TikTok for the thirst, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with me afterwards. But yeah, that was and honestly, that was a great weekend. Well, also, the owners of the SD event were on vacation, so we got their room, which was really nice, and it was on the first floor, so
next to the dance floor.
Right next to the dance floor.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. So we did a lot of open door, I don't even know what to call it. We did a lot of open door stuff that night and the next night.
I think we should rewind just a shade. we had to make certain promises, oaths, if you would, and swear to said play events in room in order to occupy.
That's true. That's true.
So I do think we need to acknowledge the fact that we swore that some play activity of some sort was going to happen.
Yes, that is true.
I want to say that I take those oaths very serious.
Oh, there was a lot of serious oath taking that evening. both evenings, I would say.
And in any good oath, there has to bear witness.
I kind of feel like plenty bared witness.
I feel like we did the room justice.
I would say that's true. And that the end of that weekend too was nice because the owners were on vacation somewhere.
The event was to have the owners present in some way in that interview. For everybody that was missing them, including us, it was a nice way for everybody to go home like, hey, I really wish they were there, and they got to participate with them on their ride home. So they were there with us. They did check in.
They did.
Throughout the weekend. We did get to see some sexy photos.
I did see a couple sexy photos.
God, is she a fox?
Good God. Don't get me started.
But Saturday night was the St. Patty's event itself. I wore a black shirt with, I think, green Mardi Gras beads. I was really inventive.
Yeah, that was really original. The green, I bought a green lingerie set that I felt was, man, I really love that set. I feel like I'll wear it again and again.
I am blown away by that outfit. I thought you were just phenomenal. Pot of gold at the end of Rainbow Friday evening, but when Saturday came around, I just thought, holy shit.
I felt really, really good in that outfit.
You are just turning heads. It was great. I was so switched on. I don't want to say I didn't notice a bunch of beautiful women there, because there was certainly
oh my God,
their fair share of beautiful women.
So many. A parade of babes.
I've said it before in the past, there's times where I just can't, focus on anybody but you. And that was one of those nights. That was one of those nights for sure.
Thank you.
Both those nights.
I paid for that outfit.
You paid for it both nights.
Yeah, I did. That was one of those weekends where I had to come home on Sunday and ice myself with a bag of frozen peas.
We did go get sushi Saturday for lunch with a bunch of friends. Gosh, there was a lot of us there.
Oh my gosh, so fun. They were barely able to seat us. There were so many of us. I had such a good time.
I had a great time. What an amazing restaurant.
Good food, weird wigs. All kinds of sexy shit happened at that table. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Did get to learn a lot about other people.
Yes.
It was nice to share with all of our friends. We knew the great majority of them. A few there we were just getting to know. So had a great time.
Gosh, that
wonderful.
was fun. Well, I don't remember. I wish I remembered what the place was called. I can't wait to eat there again. Actually,
the City Tap,
would.
I believe.
Was that right?
I believe so.
Oh my God, so good.
Yeah, because they had all the draft beers there, like hundreds of them. It looked like,
God,
on the wall, and
I love a selection.
I didn't realize the quality of sushi we were getting into.
Sure.
The names were beautiful. The food was beautiful.
Oh
the
my
plating
God, that was so
magnificent.
sexy.
Wasn't as good as what I had for dessert later on that night.
Same. You're a dirty bird.
We had an interesting encounter, and I think it justifies our position on our arch nemesis.
Oh, what the fuck? We're talking about this.
I am going to talk about this.
I'm so glad we're talking about this. All right.
So
sit back, ladies and gentlemen, for the most boss move, but also the ballsiest. I don't even know how. Yep. Nope. We're going to come back to my bullshit.
And I want to preface this whole segment as we move into it as if I were them, I'd have changed nothing.
Oh, I'd have done the same. They played that hand so well that I just... All right, story time.
So here we were in a hallway.
Late night.
Yeah, it was late night.
Pretty late.
Party was going on. Everybody was feeling no pain.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking to a couple of friends.
A couple of what? A couple of arch fucking nemesis.
Arch nemesis.
In the hallway.
Having a good time.
I would say we were having a fantastic conversation when suddenly...
In walks a gorgeous
Oh,
blonde unicorn.
don't get me started. Everyone noticed the unicorn walking up, but I would say we were pretty involved in our conversation, and everybody was,
Instantly,
like you said,
not
feeling
that
no
involved.
pain. And then suddenly, when the unicorn walked up, not that involved. So our arch nemesis, who we're talking to in the hallway,
Were approached by this magical creature, and they were asked,
oh,
"Are you the podcasters? Are you the Silver Foxes?"
to which
Now, mind you, we're standing there.
literally 6 inches from their bodies when this question is posed to them, and he shrugs nonchalantly,
As if, is there any doubt?
and she just fucking smiled. And in turn, this hot-ass blonde unicorn starts making out with our arch nemesis, believing that they are us, literally 6 inches from us. Never has this happened before to me in my life. Never.
The one time,
As far as I'm concerned, they owe me a unicorn makeout session. They stole that from me.
I
But damn it.
don't blame them one iota.
What a boss-ass move, honestly. Like, I want to hate them, but I respect them so hard. They really owned that moment, and they took all those kisses from us.
For sure.
Damn it.
We've since talked to said unicorn and said arch nemesis, and it's actually a great joke between us.
Oh, yeah, everybody's all squared away in the end. But in the moment, I just thought, I cannot believe, is this real life? Am I being punked? Like, what? How is this a thing? I'm right here. I think those kisses are for me.
I would say sexually that weekend at an event between some of the hottest sex I think we've reached to this point between us.
I would agree. There was a lot. Yeah.
When we decided to, leave the door open, we were in a high traffic area and, really test our boundaries and see where we were at with that.
And it turns out I am a filthy little exhibitionist.
Turns out I enjoy it too.
I appreciate that you're so fluid when my mood changes for things like that.
I go with the flow to a fault.
I appreciate that about you. You rocked my shit.
You
I
were
needed frozen
phenomenal.
peas. That's saying a lot. All right. Enough about that night. Let's skip forward to the next.
Well, we did run into a good friend that night, though, that we should talk about, that invited us to our next event we went to.
Oh my gosh, I
I
didn't know.
really think we should discuss that.
I didn't know you were going to bring him up. To be fair, we didn't run into him.
No, we invited him.
We invited
We
him.
invited
Well,
him as a single male.
we invited
as a
him
couple,
and his
actually.
wife.
Right.
She had plans. He did not. So he came as a stag. Had a great weekend. And yeah, invited us to our next event. Was it the following weekend or maybe 2 weeks later?
I think it was 2 weeks after that.
Okay.
I think it was 2 weeks after that. And we were invited to come stay at their place and go attend Club Princeton. We absolutely love Club Princeton.
Love it.
So therein lied St. Patty's Day Part 2.
Mega party.
Mega
The
party.
best kind of party to go
Yes,
to at
we're in.
Princeton. So many people. Of course, fucking of course, we're going to come to that. 100% we're going.
So we were super excited about going down there. They did host another couple while we were there, and oh my God, they were sexy too.
Agreed. I would say both couples equally sexy, equally fun. I'm so glad that we went. I mean, I love going to Princeton when it's just you and me, but the fact that we could go with two other couples where we had a sexual chemistry and things just kind of flowed and everybody got along, I feel like we're, for the most part, in the friendships that we're finding, we're very fortunate that we're finding people that are just compatible in that way.
Sure, and the one couple that we were with, we have grown to respect them in who they introduce us to, and
Sure.
that really helps in the chemistry and really setting things at ease.
Oh, fuck that chemistry, though.
I tell you what.
I know. I hate to even get you started, but him too. Good God.
So we packed up. I did actually, I am so guilty of not being prepared to go to these things at all.
Oh, my God.
As far as clothing for the event, the meet and greet, everything's fine. I can wear whatever, and it's fine. But, gosh, I'm so sorry that I just can't get on top of that. And I don't know why.
Don't say I'm sorry to me when you have zero intention on getting better at doing that. Because literally we're planning ahead for next weekend, and you have zero intention of picking your own outfit. So don't say I'm sorry if you don't mean it. Just say, I appreciate you for owning that for me.
I appreciate you. So we went to Club Princeton. Mm-hmm. And first, we arrived at the house we were staying at, met the sexy guests.
Oh, my God. Hot.
Met the host's wife, that's for sure.
You can call me your tits. Yeah, started drinking some wine, started changing clothes, I was feeling, I was ready to fuck just walking into their house. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, the chemistry between us four, we describe them as the elusive four-way connection.
Oh, fuck, it is wild. I love it.
You'll know them as the lady in the black dress, the lady in the red dress, the charmer, the flirt.
First draft picks.
So we still have an ongoing relationship with them and are very grateful for their friendship
and everything else.
Your outfit that night.
Oh, thank you. I did feel really good in that outfit.
Whew. But both those other ladies too came down and they brought the noise as well.
That's true. They were both looking super hot.
So we wound up going there. We did reach out to another couple that we know and asked them if they wanted to come to the party, and they graciously accepted.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, my God.
I was so happy to see her. And I'm going to take this platform and this opportunity to apologize half-heartedly to the very attractive and probably very wonderful man that was busy talking to this mutual friend that we have, and his girlfriend or wife or whoever she was, when I snuck up behind her and said, I don't think he's the guy that you should be with. Maybe you should just disappear with me for a minute. And I'm so sorry that she's so hot. I took her away. I'm sort of sorry, but also, oh my God. Oh, I was so happy to play with her again.
I'd like to take this time, for all the things I said and did and apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh, God, she is so fucking hot. Oh, also, follow up to that. I asked her on a date.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
to a rock concert. So end of April, and I'm still trying to figure out that outfit because I mean I want to be hot and fuckable, but also kind of I'm a nice lady. So
Oh, you're such a nice lady.
it's a mix of the outfit I'm after, but we'll find the right thing. We're actually going to see No Resolve in where is that? Is it in Bucyrus?
I, I've heard you say Bucyrus, but I can't confirm nor deny that's the actual location.
I don't know. I know it's at a place called Dillinger Center. So I'm super excited for that. I love No Resolve. If you've never heard them, they do kind of harder rock covers of pop songs that you might be embarrassed to listen to in your car.
Nobody's here for the music.
Yeah, no. I told this really, really hot, nice lady that I was practicing being a straight girl that's well behaved, but I'm going to be super honest. Fuck, I don't know. We'll see.
You have no reason to behave around her.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to come back to them a little later.
Okay, fair.
Once we get into the heart of the episode.
Ooh.
So we did something at Princeton to follow up Secret Desires. So we, in a past Swinging Forward, had talked about what we want to do moving forward. And one of those things were play in the big playroom at Princeton. I do believe Mrs. SilverFox.
I can't control my brain.
Mrs. SilverFox had stated that she wanted to play in there with a female first, but ultimately that's not how it went down.
No, things happen.
So we were in the outside bar area. Well, it connects to the outside, but I think it's open enough where you could smoke out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we were out there and we were chatting up the other couple that we were staying with, and I was getting very heated up. She is very sexy.
God, she's so pretty.
And, I am guilty as hell of making out. So
Oh, you know that's right.
it happened.
You're a whore about making out.
I am so bad about
I'm
it.
not mad about that. I love that.
We were chatting them up, having a great time. He was such a good guy. I really like him. He looks like, I don't know what the hell you guys were talking about. Who cares?
Who even cares? But I will tell you, I feel like I had enough wine to drink that night that I got kind of aggressive. I feel like.
I think there was chemistry between the six of us already. I mean, four of us.
Yes.
For sure.
Hard enough, but it was already happening and already existed. But adding the other two that we were surprisingly super compatible with.
Yeah.
Kind of just created this cloud of sexual tension that I personally that drove me that night to behave or misbehave the way that I did.
Mine started with the first round draft pick in the kitchen at the house. You know that.
Oh,
That dress.
God, she looked so good in that dress.
Green dress. God damn. She didn't have to wear the button.
Skip that button. Show me that dress. My God. And
I was going to do that anyway.
I'm going out on a real far tale-telling limb and saying that is one of the most beautiful pussies I have ever seen in my life. Ever. There it is. My God. No wonder you like her so much. Fuck. Beautiful. Absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. I had a great
let's
time.
get back to we're talking just the four of us, and then that wonderful woman came in too, and she came right up, started talking. It was the five of us, and then I don't know what you said to pull her attention away from everybody, but a discussion ensued about things that were going to be done to other people. to each other.
Do you want to know what I said?
Yes, I thought I was doing a wonderful job being a conversationalist with these two beautiful women, and
You were being very polite, yes.
nobody cared what I had to say after what you said.
Because what I said was, I will lick you out of that fucking dress.
That's exactly what you said.
And I kept my promise, too. The Silver Foxes show up.
And so we led a party into the big playroom
Oh, my God.
at Princeton.
I was so nervous. But here's a fun fact. Remember, I worried about it before in a previous podcast. Well, I will tell you now. If you've never been to Princeton and you want to go in the playroom, the glass windows that surround the whole thing are tinted on the inside. So you can't even see who's watching.
Well, minus the other 30 beds in there.
I mean, yeah, minus those. Sure. And honestly, like, we picked a great spot. We were next to some really hot couples.
That couple was smoking hot.
A couple of them that I thought,
and then the couple
I'm
that
gonna
came
jump in.
and joined, because it was that
yes.
3-tier bed system in the corner. And I was very occupied in the bottom right.
Yeah, you were.
You were for a little while yourself.
I was busy.
But then somehow you managed in the
I got
top and
tossed.
center.
I
Oh,
did. I did get
Did you?
tossed.
I was definitely focused on.
Gently, but I got tossed. Yeah.
That'll happen.
It was a fun time.
He's a strong guy.
Oh. Stop. Don't get me started.
Had a wonderful playtime. And then we got out of the playroom.
Yeah, I needed a break.
And
Took a little walkabout.
I don't know if you guys. I want to come back to it.
Okay.
So after Princeton,
Oh, yeah.
we went back. First we stopped. We had breakfast at the Waffle House on our way back.
Can I tell you how long it's been since I've eaten at the Waffle House? But also...
Can I tell you that waitress was in over her head?
Oh, listen. So I wore like a zip-up kind of jacket, I guess, over everything I was wearing. And I was drunk enough at this point in the night. Mind you, what is it, like 2 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, it's later than that.
Oh, shit. Okay. So we get into Waffle House, and I'm very aware of my body and the space that it's taking up and what I'm wearing and where I've just come from and where I'm entering into. And I'm trying to be very self-aware and, you know, be really smart. Well, when the food showed up and I started shoveling in eggs and pancakes and whatever the hell else I ordered, I started to get warm. So I unzipped my jacket to take it off, and I must have gotten it off one arm before you looked at me and said, "Holy shit, you can't take your jacket off." That was a huge realization for me. I suddenly remembered, oh my God, I am dressed like a complete whore, and I can't wear this in a Waffle House. There's families in here.
Vanilla warning.
Shit. No, danger. Put the jacket back on.
So the couple we were with, our first round draft picks, I mean, he is phenomenal wherever he goes.
He's always on point.
That poor waitress, she looked at us and said, "Oh, you guys having a good night?" And his response to, "I don't think you have any idea what you're talking about."
Oh my God.
And she just made eye contact with him, and he's got that shit-eating grin. And it was like,
it just makes you want to
like,
take your panties off.
Jesus, this guy.
Damn it. Oh, God.
And it was great to spend time with him, you know, at SD, and then the following weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
With him and his wife. The sleepover was great. Went back to the house after the Waffle House. Of course, I got into the hot tub. How can I not? God. You see what I had to follow in.
I also got all wet.
You had an amazing experience.
Listen, I have never been fucked in a shower like that before. Oh my God.
God, is that hot.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, it was kind of
Now
funny.
I'm thinking about it. Fuck.
Well, it was okay. You left me in good company.
That's true.
We were extremely naked in the house.
That is true.
Having a great time.
I knew you were in good hands. You'd be fine. We could disappear for a little while and take a shower.
No problem.
Turns out I love a good shower. I didn't know. That's something new.
Amazing time. Guys, if you're listening to this, thank you so much for your company, and really, really look forward to hanging out with you guys coming down the road. We'll see you when we see you again.
Oh my God, yes. Please send dick pics.
So next up, you had a boudoir session set up. Can you tell us about that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think the last episode I talked about collaboration with a pure romance consultant where we did mini sessions, and I think the last one, maybe it was like 6 or 7 women, and afterwards we had gone to that house party. So it wasn't a very long day, and it was a good first event, kind of to dip my toes in, I guess, and see how I could do with a full day of sessions like that. Well, this set of mini sessions, we had 13 women scheduled in one day, which doesn't seem like a lot if, I guess, to anybody outside looking in, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But for me, having to take photos of 13 women in one fluid day, when I heard the amount of women...
Was it 12 full hours of it, or...
I think I was shooting photos from like 3 p.m. or close to it till about midnight.
It's still a good day.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad day. And I think a big part of that is that I take, when I shoot boudoir photos, I want everyone to be so comfortable that they forget that they're in their underwear or mostly nude in front of me. So I'm very chatty. I'm a social, as you've heard in every podcast, and if you've met me in real life, I'm chatty as hell. You cannot shut me up. So a lot of these sessions, they're supposed to be 15 to 20 minutes long. We're going on for a really long time because I'm just so damn chatty. But I learned so much about these women. And when I heard the number 13, I thought, oh, that's nothing. Well, never in my photography or swinging career have I had to take on 13 women in one day and satisfy them. But I will tell you, it is absolutely exhausting. That was such a long day, but it was so worth it. And all the positive feedback that I'm getting back from those women has been, it feels so good to hear somebody say, you made me feel comfortable. So that's my big takeaway from that. What's better? So the consultant that I work with, she... At these events, you pay a certain amount to purchase a piece of lingerie that, fits you the right way that you feel comfortable in. Then I do a photo session, and then you get a free digital image with the included price of the whole thing. So the pure romance consultant who sells the lingerie to begin with and sets everything up, rents the room. She feeds me. She buys my drinks. I mean, she's literally like my sugar mama for the weekend. And it's wonderful. Shout out, Jen. Thank you for treating me like a princess and doing nice things for me and being my sugar mama. So...
She's a lovely human being, too.
Oh, my God.
I know Jen.
She's wonderful.
I know her husband. Can't say enough wonderful things about that couple. They've been nothing but amazing to us since we've met.
So amazing. And they're fun.
Oh, extremely.
So at the end of this session where, everybody comes in and out and whatever, and we're drinking champagne all day, at the end of the day, her and I are a little bit buzzed. And she was like, oh, I forgot. I actually got you a gift. So anyone who has listened to the podcast before knows that sometimes I get gifted things, and a lot of times those things have to do with my ass because of the way that I talk about stuff in the podcast. But this is huge. So she gifted me a vibrating anal trainer. But this thing is like, it's at least 7 inches long, I would say.
It's a good size long.
Oh my God. So it's called, Pure Romance, Midnight Pleasure, it's called. This thing is wild. To be fair, I have not tried it yet, but it has been charging all day for whatever activities may or may not happen this evening with Mr. Silver Fox when we're done recording.
I love that.
We might have an update.
So, because I don't get to see any of the photos or the clients in your boudoir sessions, I have to wait until those people actually post the pictures to get an opportunity to see them. So, if they don't post them in a public forum, I never get to see them. So, the level of discretion that Mrs. SilverFox carries within her business is
It's huge. It's honestly
held
my
to
number
a high
one
professional standard.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know if it surprises people or not. Just knowing you, it makes sense. But I think everyone has the right to be comforted in that knowledge that
Absolutely.
you are sole proprietary person that gets to see them, and that discretion is maintained through and through. Because even those pictures are stored in a particular place and under password. So, very professional. Commend you for that. I love that about you.
Yeah.
I get kicked out every time.
That's true. And while we're talking about it, I mean, we might as well. We're here, right? You can actually search my boudoir lifestyle erotic photography business through the Naked Eye, capital I, photography on Facebook. I have a website. I have an Instagram. I have all the things. I think I'm hashtagged on some of my dirtier TikToks.
I do highly recommend you take a peek at her page. It's wonderful. I'm very biased. I am her husband, but I also do recognize beauty when I see it. And I think you should take the time, take a look. It's pretty awesome.
A lot of my clients make it easy. You know, these gals that come in with all these insecurities and they're not sure about their bodies and they're not sure if, boudoir is right for them. And I'm a big believer in boudoirs for everybody and every body. And I try to make everybody feel comfortable and just like an absolute fucking rock star. There it is.
So, time for the main topic.
Ooh, here we go.
This is why we all sat here today.
This is why. This is why you put up with my bullshit.
So, we're going to ask and answer, is the lifestyle for us?
I guess I'd like to mix in a little bit of the format from Between Two Pineapples with a little bit of Q&A. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little nerve-sighted. I'm not prepared.
Okay.
So it's going to be a raw reaction from me. I don't know what your questions are.
Okay.
So I'm interested in seeing, but I'm gonna answer with all my heart, and it's truth time.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
How about you go first?
Okay. What's the most surprising thing that you've learned either about yourself or about me in the lifestyle so far?
The most surprising.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that surprises me the most is my new ability to be able to express intimate, deep desires to you. Without fear of judgment or negative reaction, and just pure conversation and contribution that you pour towards the sex positive discussion that usually ensues after that, and my ability to reciprocate that.
I appreciate that standpoint, and I definitely feel the same way. I know that a few weeks ago, I don't know what I was so nervous about. I think just because I don't know, you always worry about what the person you care about the most is going to think about something that you say or the way you feel or something that you desire. And it's easier for me to ask you or tell you about something I desire when it is something that you can provide versus perfect example. A few weeks ago, I came right out and asked for a hall pass because
Sure.
I felt a desire for someone or for a situation. And I really had to take time to think about that before I brought it up to you. And then after I brought it up, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I kind of felt like, man, I spent a lot of time thinking about how I would approach this, where we could have spent a lot of more time talking about it versus me worrying about how to talk about it.
Do you think the question I asked you ensuing your query of getting a hall pass was a fair question that we should ask between each other every time a hall pass is going to be asked?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it was a fair question. I guess to clarify for everyone else, I specifically requested a hall pass for a person that I feel a strong desire for, and I kind of want to explore that. And Mr. Silver Fox's question to me was, is this a safe relationship? And, that can be interpreted in a lot of ways, but I think in our case, because of the history that I have with this person and the way that I act towards them and the amount of time I spend talking to them, that question was more, is this, or the way I took it, I guess, was more, is this an emotionally safe desire that you have? That's kind of the way that I took it. Like, if I am granted this
Correct.
thing, am I going to develop some kind of feeling, or am I going to develop a deeper connection with this person that's going to be a problem for us later?
And the follow up to that question was, I think, ties perfectly into that, which I wasn't asking for in the moment. I just wanted to know the answer before I said yes was, can you walk away from this today at this moment if I asked you to?
Sure.
And I think those two questions really helped us segue into a different conversation, which didn't happen that day. It happened a few days later for clarification after we digested that information back and forth. But it opened up a clear line of communication of where we were coming from.
Sure.
Like, no, I'm not telling you to step away from it. I just want to know that if I do, you're going to say, yes, of course. Then it just makes that decision that much easier. It wasn't that I have my suspicions, perhaps maybe just a shade, but it just led into, I think those are two good questions that we ask each other.
I mean, it led into a great conversation where I kind of feel like sometimes in the lifestyle, I feel almost cold and stoic. In that for me, and I guess it's kind of been this way my whole life, for me, sex is not equal then or greater to feelings. Like, when I exchange sexual energy with someone, to me, it doesn't mean I feel anything. I mean, I feel
Right.
good. I feel pleasure. I feel physical, I don't know, like physical pleasure from people, but I don't emotionally get attached to people.
Right.
I mean, especially in the lifestyle. I mean, that's something I feel like I had to know going in, that I wasn't going to fall in love with somebody that I had sex with. And that for me has really never been an issue. And I would say even in our relationship, I mean, maybe TMI, maybe unpopular opinion, but it was a while into our relationship before we had actual penetrative sex. And before that happened, I feel like we built that emotional connection because I knew that's what I wanted with you. And I don't want that or foresee ever wanting that with another male. Could I become emotionally attached to a female? I think far easier than that would happen with a male. I do feel things more strongly with females physically and like in the moment and just appreciating where and how our bodies exist together in a
Sure.
space. So, I mean, maybe, but
Well, and that would make a lot of sense because you're getting something there again I can't provide.
sure.
There's a different physiological,
Yeah.
everything that goes along with being the opposite gender
Yeah.
that, I just can't fulfill. I'm not that. So
And
to me,
I-
that would make a lot of sense. Where on the male side, I check a lot of boxes.
For sure. And I think even in an emotional context with a woman, I'm not opposed to having a consistent girlfriend or girl that plays with me or just plays with you or plays with both of us or whatever. And I feel like I could develop a very close emotional relationship with them, but that emotional relationship is never going to compare to what you and I have experienced together. And I think that's where, everyone talks about the key is communication. The key is communication, but the key is also for me the solidity of our relationship. There's
for sure.
no fucking question that this man that I desire having sex with is going to interfere or disrupt or take over what I feel for you. It's so much different. So that's where I feel I might be a little different, that sex almost never equates to emotion or feeling. They're completely separate things for me. And I don't know if that's just who I am as a person or if that's where we are in our relationship, but that to me is never an issue.
That kind of comfort within yourself and within others, and the distinction between the two. I don't know. That's pretty solid explanation from my point of view.
And I'm also not the kind of person that's afraid to tell people that.
Sure.
Like if I feel like people are getting too close, and even with the hall pass, I have said I do feel very connected to you physically, and I do desire a physical connection with you, but you have to know I am never ever going to love you. I am never ever going to feel more than I want to feel you inside me. Like it's never going to become more than that. And I'm just not afraid, especially at this point where we are in lifestyle, to be very forward about that, because I don't want anyone's feelings getting hurt. I don't want anyone being confused. I want to make people feel good. I'm a people pleaser. I'm a partner pleaser. But I never want someone to feel like, oh shit, she's going to love me. Because I'm so sorry, but
Sure.
no, I am fucking not.
And I am definitely on that same level with you. There's no question about it. And we've talked about it before. If you ask me right now, could you walk away from all this for me? And the answer is an enthusiastic yes every time.
I mean, if it was to save our relationship, absolutely I'd walk away.
For sure.
If it was for anything else other than to save our relationship, I am learning too much about myself and having too much fun watching you learn about yourself that I never want to go back.
It's opened my mind towards discovery, and I don't know if men really talk about it or not, but it's probably a discussion we should have more of discovering myself sexually in more than just pleasing myself.
Yes.
I take that approach very seriously. Like, yes, I am in it for selfish reasons, for self-pleasure, but at the same time, I also find great pleasure in others finding theirs.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it seems to
Couldn't
be
have said it better.
a good commonality within the lifestyle. We are very like-minded. Our last guest on Between Two Pineapples, Mr. and Mrs. Desires. Mr. Desires said that point exactly.
Yes.
We are like-minded. We don't have vanilla friends. And because
it's hard to.
we found so many like-minded people.
Yes.
So
it's so much more comfortable to just be ourselves.
And I get that, So I think it's my turn to ask you a question. I think that was a great first question.
Thank
by
you.
The way. Jeez,
Thank you.
Home run, first pitch.
Oh, calm down.
So the first question for me is, what is the most positive thing that has come of this lifestyle for yourself?
For me, I'm going to say the most positive thing is going to be my self-confidence. Even in our first episode, I was nervous about what to wear. I was nervous about, and I do still get nervous about that kind of stuff. When I wear something really revealing, I do need a little bit of a pep talk in the mirror to tell myself that everything's okay and I can wear what I want and feel comfortable and feel sexy and feel slutty and that's fine. But my self-confidence has skyrocketed since we entered the lifestyle. And a big part of it is all the other women doing exactly what I love doing. Telling ourselves, I really love your outfit. What did you save on it? What did you spend on it? The fashion show, it's huge. And people reaching out to me after events and saying, oh my gosh, I thought your outfit was so cute and so smart. And before we did all this, I didn't view myself as sexy and I guess desirable. I know it's sad to say now that I'm saying it now, but at the beginning, I wasn't like this. I didn't wear what I thought would be sexy, and I didn't do things I thought would be sexy because I was so worried about being not sexy. And I don't know, it in my everyday life that is vanilla, I feel more confident. I stand straighter. I walk taller. I wear things that are, not giant t-shirts and baggy jeans. And the lifestyle makes me feel fucking good all the time. I really appreciate that. Shout out. Thank you, lifestyle, for that. For me, that's huge.
I've gained self-confidence within the lifestyle more than I had. I would say I was a fairly confident person prior to getting in the lifestyle, but it's made me more confident in different ways. Other people's views of me in public, I don't care about as much anymore. Not in a way that I don't care about other people. It's just the way that other people view me doesn't seem to matter as much anymore. I don't know why that became a point. I don't think I really worried about it too much, but now I'm more carefree. I don't want to say I care less about them. I think a better way to state it is I'm more carefree about it. And if the people we're around on the weekends carry so much positivity and stuff that I could carry it into my regular life.
Yes. Same.
Share some of that too. Did, but I wouldn't say that was the thing that surprised me the most. I guess what surprised me the most is how I view you.
Oh, okay.
So I've always thought you were gorgeous. I've told you that since we've been together.
I know.
And
I never listened.
And that's fine. I figured over time I'd wear you out anyway.
I invite you to keep trying, but you're never going to wear me out.
I'm going to put that to the test. No, and I mean that in the way I view you is when that confidence, when that all came out of you and you yourself started to believe all those things, I think it drew us a tremendous amount closer in our sexual life, in our romantic life.
Oh,
into
yeah.
a way that just sparks something unbelievable.
Something slippery.
We had great sex.
Oh,
We've always had great
always.
sex.
Yeah.
But it's different.
It's different now. Well, yeah, because I believe, not that I was in disbelief of what you were saying before. I guess I just thought you were, I don't know. I don't know what happened that I felt like maybe you were just saying those things because, you were in love with me and you had to say those things. And then once other people started saying the same things.
Well, and conversely, I thought you can't say those things because you're in love with me.
Yeah.
So we were both in the same side of the coin,
Yeah.
just different sides of it.
Sure.
So it's weird to think that we came to this but are on the opposite sides. It's funny.
Yeah. And I do appreciate that. And part of me wishes that there was another way that I could have found out sooner how good I could feel if I just believed what you were saying. But I don't think I was ever going to get to that point, because I know that you love me and that you're in love with me and you say things, to gas me up because we love each other. But I think if I could have believed you sooner, we could have been having fun so much sooner. Think of all the fun we missed. But I'm not going to be weird about that because I feel like
things happen in their own time.
Yeah, sure. And I feel like the fun that we're having now, I don't care about any of the other stuff before.
Right.
We're having such a fun time now. And now I believe you. And I like hearing you say those things. I do want to touch on a couple answers I guess I have from your first question. In what's the most surprising thing that I've learned about myself or about you in the lifestyle so far? For me, I think one of the most surprising things is my draw to the BDSM community and what that looks like from our relationship perspective. Because I don't necessarily seek those things from you, partly because I know that some of the things that I want, you love me too much to do and say, and I appreciate that about you. But I'm also maybe looking for that in someone else. More importantly, I think something that I already knew, but that really surprised me once I got, I guess, in the thick of it, is number one, your stamina is phenomenal, and I really appreciate it. When it's just you and me, or when it's me watching you with someone else, I am so glad that you have, I guess, the drive, and I don't know what to call it other than stamina. Like, babe, you rock the fucking house, and I love that about you. And additionally, I guess to add to that is I describe you as being an adaptive partner, but until we really got into play with other couples, I didn't recognize how adaptive you really can be. I mean, you're respectful, you're a gentleman, but you can play a lot of roles. I've seen you have really gentle, majestic sex with someone before, and I have seen you take somebody to fucking Pound Town. And you can switch between those two things without a lot of effort and without a lot of thinking about it and without a lot of, planning ahead. You're very adaptive, and on top of you being charming and an amazing flirt, I really appreciate being able to show off how adaptive a lover you can actually be. I love that. That reflects on me. That makes me look good too.
That makes me smile. and appreciate, a lot of things that you just said there. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it other than thank you.
Thank you for making me look fucking awesome. You're a rock star.
So while we're touching on that, I would say the most surprising thing about you that I see in return is the role you play within the community that's different from how we live our lives. You put forth the person and what you want other people to experience, or the experience you're putting forth that other people could gravitate to should they want it.
Sure.
And I find that great. I like watching other people interact within that person. Because I don't get it. I guess I don't deal with it.
Yeah.
Not in the same way that other people do.
No, I feel like nobody, well, not nobody, almost everyone except you recognizes and acknowledges when I'm bratting, but you just don't put up with that. You know too much. That's why.
Yeah.
You know how to shut me down and how to make me complacent. It's almost not fair. You know too much.
But I think it's fun to watch the pursuing of it by a gentleman or female, does not matter. I like to see the pursuit, and I enjoy the payoff.
Yes, same.
Because, man, you hung in there.
I do hang in. I am. I'm very goal oriented, and I'm a people pleaser.
Sure.
So I mean, when I say I show up at the beginning and I stay all the way till the end.
I'm there for you every step of the way.
Yes, thank you.
Usually the one you're waiting for.
Yes. Is it my turn to ask a question?
It is.
What are you looking forward to the most going forward? For me, I'm going to say I really enjoy...
Are you going to answer the big question?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I do enjoy that we mix things up, that we go to different things. We have a lot of new stuff coming up with new groups. I'm really looking forward to meeting and hanging out with new people and seeing new people naked. And I guess I really enjoy watching what swinging looks like from other people's point of view. I like seeing what that is for different people.
Is that your question to me?
My question, I guess, is what are you looking forward to the most going forward?
I still have some big desires that I would like to experience.
Okay.
Whether it be with you or someone else will be determined later.
Okay.
But I have some experiences that in swinging forward I'll have to wait, and everyone will have to wait till I answer that.
Okay. I would say I have a few of those too. That's
and
fair.
I don't want to give away whether or not they'll be in season 2 yet.
Ooh, yeah, you never know.
So I don't want to give, and I think that question would,
tell too much of yourself.
Right. Whether or not we are going to consider staying in the lifestyle or moving on.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
Now I'm going to go to my second question.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go back in time before our first event, once we were decided that we were going to at least try the lifestyle, attend something, do something, go on a date, whatever, what would you tell your old self? Mm-hmm. Not necessarily the audience about what they should do, about what you should do if you were yourself giving yourself advice.
Okay.
Because everybody else is going to have a different way they want to experience everything. This is just
swinging is like art. It's subjective.
Sure.
It's different for everyone. It looks different to everyone. It feels different to everyone. If I could go back to episode 1 and tell my new self something, I'm going to say the biggest takeaway and the biggest, best advice that I could give to that first day person is going to be kind of what we already did. You know, the mindset that we went in where there was no expectations, because I'd rather be surprised than disappointed. I would say even bigger than that is to, I guess, is to, when you're going to an event, don't ever assume, no matter what the event is, no matter what you paid to be there, no matter what you're wearing, no matter what the theme is or how many people you think are filling your dance card, to never go in with expectations.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think the advice I would tell myself, really research the events.
Oh, God bless. Yes.
Go to a hotel takeover first. If I could give myself some advice, I think a hotel takeover offers a great beginner to advanced experience and everything between it.
True.
You know, a lot of people will recognize you for new. Comfort level is appreciated amongst veterans and brand new people. The atmosphere is a little more, I don't know, a little more for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as we could have went at any pace we wanted to at a hotel takeover.
Yes.
And everybody would have been totally okay with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I would have
That's huge.
told myself for an event. What would I tell myself personally? Be less afraid to define what you want.
Okay. Same.
Be less afraid to go after and at least try in a respectful manner to approach what you want.
Yes.
But again, I'd rather be disappointed in what I didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but in that learning experience, I think it's okay to just say what I want. And I think that's a better opportunity that opened a few more doors once we took that approach to say, hey, this is it.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that.
Fair enough?
Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
All right. So you're on your last question.
Oh, last question.
Big. Bum, bum, bum.
I know. What views or stigmas that you had of the lifestyle have been true or have been debunked over time and experiences?
Well, I think we could take this back to episode 1 on, you know, why did we get in the lifestyle?
Mm-hmm.
And it was on a joke. But I really did have the view that people were positive within the community.
Yes.
And I wanted to try it. I wanted to be around those positive
Mm-hmm.
people. And I don't want to, that's not a stigma, but that was a view. And I'd say that turned out to be absolutely true.
A positive, yeah, that you were right about that and that we were right about that. That feels good that one of the biggest reasons that got us in turned out to be something absolutely true. We have made so many amazing friendships, you know, both sexual and non-sexual, with the people that we've met. And I feel like there's a handful of these people that I'm going to be friends with when I'm celebrating my 30th anniversary with you, that will be there at that party and that, you know, maybe we can make out with afterwards when the family leaves. But yeah, that has been a huge positive reinforcer that we were exactly right about that.
Yeah.
That's been awesome.
Now, a stigma, I don't know that I knew or had a stigma going into it, just for the fact I feel like I've genuinely always been an open-minded person.
Yes.
So I didn't have a stigma. I didn't know a lot of people that talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Any previous experience of somebody mentioning a swinger or swinger club throughout my life, I never had a negative connotation tied to it.
Yeah.
So no essentially stigmas for me. How about you?
Um, I don't know that it's a stigma, but that I guess a view that I had going in is that just because you're going to an event, to a hotel takeover, to a party, to a lifestyle, whatever, is that there's a guarantee that something will happen.
Super okay. If that's a stigma, I agree. I'm very guilty of thinking that myself in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really, I really kind of thought that if we wore the right clothes, we went to the right event, we paid the right amount of money, that guaranteed that we were going to get to have a positive sexual experience with people outside of our marriage. And we have found through, a ton of events that I would say a huge percentage of the time it's not guaranteed. It's not even, sometimes not even on the table. But thankfully for you and I, and for a lot of people I think that I've met in lifestyle, we still have plan B, which is each other, that we also really fucking enjoy. So, when stuff doesn't work out at events, or at a bar or at a party or even at a house party where, everyone's already kind of assuming that they're going to have sex with each other at the end of all of it, I know that I can turn to you and say, I just want you, or I need you, or no one else is available. Will you please have sex with me? Where you and I are going to get to connect, and it's still going to be, we're still going to have a great time. I'm still going to, get to be an exhibitionist if I want. I'm absolutely still going to come.
Also been very open-minded and appreciative towards some of the things that you like and incorporating them into our bedroom that I didn't necessarily know I was into or would enjoy. And maybe I had a I had a negative stigma going into the lifestyle about BDSM.
Okay.
I would say it's fair. I've had a negative point of view towards it because I didn't understand it and thought it solely meant getting hurt in some way. And it's so much more mental. There is a lot of physical that's associated with it, but sensation and, explanation that you learn through your discovery that you share with me, I think that's removed a lot of that negative stigma towards it.
Yeah.
And how serious that people are in their art/craft of it to invite other people to experience it and walk away with a positive experience.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have met several good people, Dr. Jones we referred to, there's another gentleman in which that you speak to about BDSM and fill in those blanks that I don't admittedly want to participate in.
Yeah, and that honestly I wouldn't ask of you, like, the kind of things I guess sexually and dynamically that I'm searching for in the BDSM community has nothing to do with you.
Right.
I love you. I love having sex with you, but
oh, that's not a negative.
No, not at all. Like, we raise a kid together, we eat dinner together, we live in the same house, we sleep in the same bed. I really don't want you calling me a whore all the time.
Right.
Because I love you. I don't want that from you.
But I was surprised at my enjoyment with a thing such as a collar.
Oh, we have had a lot of fun with that collar.
We do have to recap some of our past episodes for the season finale, so the collar made an appearance.
Oh my! Oh, at the St. Patty's Day party.
It did
too.
It did.
Oh, we put on quite a show.
We actually have incorporated that at home too.
Yes, I do love that.
I think it's fun to lay it out on the bed and let you know what my intention is.
Yes, I do love seeing that, and I can't tell you how much it makes me love you even more and appreciate you. I mean, as a husband, as a lover, as a provider, as a partner, um, that you're willing to step outside of what you think is erotic and kind of dabble in the stuff on my side of the fence that I find erotic.
And just to go a step further with that, I actually have watched videos, and I'm starting to learn that there's more to it than just placing the collar on and incorporating it into a sexual activity, that there is some things that can be incorporated before it with the collar that would also further you into your journey. And I am very comfortable with those things, and I'm looking forward to experiencing those with you in the moment. I don't want to tell you ahead of time, but
I'm getting really excited hearing you say
but I have
these
been
things.
watching
What
these
kind of
videos from people
videos?
that have great reviews, great comments. Other artists slash craftsmen have referred to them. So I'm learning, and I'm very interested, and I want to make it a part of us. I think it's something I learned about myself, but too many steps beyond that. You definitely are searching in the right direction. Unfortunately, that direction has to go without me.
Fair enough. I appreciate you giving me that freedom to find the things that make you uncomfortable or that you're not interested in. And I appreciate you being honest with me about the boundaries that you have for the things that could make you hot and the things that you just don't see value in.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
And I like to take the time to watch. Like, I've watched a lot of things about it. I've watched it administered, and just to see, because if you don't have an experience, how can you judge somebody else's experience if you haven't had that experience yourself? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I've watched these things, and it does nothing for me. So
It does all the things for me.
and that's wonderful, and I want you to have that experience.
Thank you
So
for letting me have that.
I don't know anything that I pursue that makes you uncomfortable at this point. We talk about damn near everything. If there was something,
That's
it
true.
just hasn't come up yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we
We
haven't
might
had
find
that
it.
experience together that I say, "Oh my God, that's a thing," and you may say, "Never." Go have fun.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Thank you for that.
No problem. So does that bring me to my last question?
I think so.
What is the most important thing that you have learned about yourself?
The most important thing I've learned about myself.
That the lifestyle has contributed to
Sure,
bringing to
yeah.
the forefront.
I would say, I know I've already touched on the self-confidence thing. We've touched on the BDSM thing. The most important, gosh, that's a tricky.
It is.
That's
It really
tricky
is.
wording. I'm going to say one of the most important things that I needed to learn for myself is going to be, again, part of the confidence bit that, makes me feel sexy, that I didn't feel for a long time. But also, I think for me and my self-confidence and my just kind of the way I carry myself every day is going to be how good I feel as an exhibitionist in the lifestyle. I love leaving the door open. I love hearing you tell me how many people stopped and people that watched and people that talked to you later. I love that people come up to me at an event and say, wow, you really took it from Mr. Silver Fox last night. Like that exhibitionist part of me has made me feel more confident in my everyday life than I think anything else from the lifestyle has so far.
That's done something for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Having, and you were there in that experience where uh, a couple had approached us and thanked us, and it made me feel even more passionate towards you
Mm-hmm.
because I always thought our sex was hot, and hearing confirmation of our sex being hot just made it better.
Mm-hmm.
Made me desire it more.
Made it hotter.
And it's
Even
not
in the
necessarily
afterthought of it.
I need a certain individual to watch.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I'm bringing pleasure to somebody as well as myself, as well as you, and other people are taking that back, and it's like perpetuating that cycle.
Yes.
And
I do love
maybe
that.
I'm so fortunate, and we're so fortunate that we sparked the first fire for somebody
Mm-hmm.
that night.
That does
I
feel
think
good.
If that's a thing,
Yeah.
because nobody's ever came up and said, oh, without watching you guys fuck, we would never have done anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody watched us and was like, that's so hot, let's go back to our room, I would love to hear that story.
Yes, please. I love that. I do love that.
Fuck, we may go back to your room too.
Yeah, you never know. I'm a dirty bird. Don't get started. I am though.
So
That sound. So, is it time for swinging forward? Can we talk about that?
no, not quite yet.
Not yet.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
So we got to talk about and answer the big question
Oh yeah.
before we go any farther.
I guess that's important.
So
And the topic.
let's relive the big question.
Okay.
So we're gonna wrap up this season. We recapped, and now we need to answer the question: is the lifestyle for us? Will we be back with a season 2? And will we remain in the lifestyle? I've had a lot of fun.
A ton.
I've learned a lot of things about us
So
and
many
myself.
things. Yeah, together individually and just as human beings existing on this plane with other people that are like-minded. For sure.
Learned a lot of things about other people in communication,
Mm-hmm.
in physical interaction, acceptance,
Yes.
consent. Not that I never knew what it was,
Right.
but it's more defined and well received.
How important it is and how many different ways it can be requested.
How
Yes.
many people that need to be fluent in the word no,
Yes.
and how no needs to be accepted and well received.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
I would think that this has brought a lot to life for me, and appreciative of absolutely everyone in the community
Mm-hmm.
that we've met, the friends we've made,
Yes.
the friends we've hung out with more,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully a lot of those friendships continue after into the future. And what would you like to say before you answer the big question? Anything?
I don't really know if I have
About
anything
from
to
the
say.
beginning to now before you answer?
I
Do
will
you-
say I'm thankful for every step of this journey and every single person we've met, good, bad, in between, from our closest friends to our reddest flags. I am thankful for every physical interaction I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for every love language I've ever spoken to anyone we've played with. I'm thankful to the people that we've met along the way that have introduced us to new people and new situations and new experiences. I'm so thankful for all of it.
I am too. I don't have any regrets for
None.
any physical encounter
Not a fucking one.
that we've had. It's all been consensual.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed every moment with those people. They're very special to me in some way, shape, or form, no matter how the relationship was formed or exited.
Yes.
And so,
Same.
thankful for all of it.
Yes.
So, I think it's time we answer the big question. Are we going to be back for season 2? Are we going to swing forward? Are we going to remain in the lifestyle? And is this lifestyle for us? I'm going to have to say, without regret, 100%, the answer is yes.
Absolutely.
We're in it to win it.
Oh my God. I can't wait to swing forward. Shit.
We're really looking forward to season 2. We're going to go through the summer. We have a lot of things planned.
Yeah.
So-
Summer of sexiness. I'm ready for it.
Where are we going to head to next? We got an event in May. We're actually at the end of this month we have a house party.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. No, don't give too many details. Oh my God.
So, some of our favorite people.
I want to be. Oh my God. I'm gonna have so much sex. I don't even know if you're gonna see me at that party.
If we find our way to each other,
We'll be lucky.
I appreciate this comment when I first heard it, and I'm going to relive it in just a moment, that we heard this question together the first time and we thought it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Without a weapon or an ability to fight, how are you going to get out of this house party? I'm going to fuck my way out.
I'm with you. I hope at some point we at least run into each other so I can kiss you before it's time to go to bed. I know I'm going to find you at bedtime.
Sure.
But I hope before that we can at least find a time to connect, or you will at least find me.
If I'm connected,
Elbows deep in pussy. Oh my God.
I don't know. And of course, we have no idea if this is going to happen. But if we're connected through like an entanglement web of bodies, I feel like we're still touching in a way.
Oh fuck! I love a web of bodies. Give it to me.
As long as we can make eye contact
Yeah,
or something, and be
fuck
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, I love
We
you."
can
babe.
high five. Will you high five me?
I'll totally high five you if we can reach each
Yes, yes, finally. Yes. So yeah, the lifestyle, it is for us. I feel great about everything we've done. I don't regret a thing. I want to keep moving forward. I'm super excited about what's next.
We have a party in May.
We have a party. What is this month?
So this is April. So.
Oh, we have a party next weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, we joined that new group. Okay.
We are so busy.
Yeah, and we have that party at, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it
Euros?
Euros?
Euros.
Eros?
Euros.
Euros?
Yeah, I think
Eros? Like
Euros.
a gyro? Gyro? Euro?
Why don't we go experience the local chatter, and we'll come back talking.
And we'll come back and we'll tell you the right way to pronounce it. So I'm excited for that. It's a blackout party. It's with the group that we just joined, so that'll be exciting. New people, new faces, new dicks, new pussies.
This group of people are another wonderful, amazing group. We met some friends at Secret Desires. Wonderful, amazing people. They invited us to join a Facebook group. We joined it. We've just continued on this journey.
Oh my God, yes.
Of meeting amazing people.
So many good people. I can't wait to meet new people. I love being talkative.
Ran into the unicorn
Oh shit.
that thought somebody else was us.
We got that. To be fair, we squared that all away.
Oh, she's
and
wonderful.
Our arch nemesis is currently trying to talk us into a Jamaican trip, which we may or may not be announcing for November. We don't know yet. We're tossing it out. Listen,
It's a tough time of year for me.
how about this? Let's throw it out there. Just in case we were considering going somewhere like Jamaica and taking all of our clothes off and hanging out together, how many of you would be interested in joining us? And you can reach out on Twitter, Gmail, whatever. If you think it'd be something you're into, I feel like that's worth exploring.
I think it would be, but the November trip would be something different. we are looking into maybe attending the same trip to Jamaica in January of next year with Secret Desires. We are entertaining that, so maybe we would reach out to everybody before then and engage some kind of response. Either way, feel free to reach out to us no matter what.
Yes. We want to hear from you. You want to go to
100%.
dinner? You want to go to Jamaica? Message us. We show up.
We do show up. That is undeniable.
And we kind of show the fuck out. There you have it.
I'd rather be, how do I say it? I'd rather be underestimated and show you how willing I am to overachieve. So we have the toga party in May.
Yes.
That Mr. and Mrs. Desires, that was on the last episode of Between Two Pineapples, had discussed. That's also their anniversary, I believe.
We're pot committed to that.
So we are definitely going to show up for that.
I promised that man I would look under his toga to see if he was wearing panties.
I'd love to do all kinds of things to Mrs. Desires that night.
Yeah.
But I did make one promise. I will keep it. I promise to check hers too.
I have no clue what I'm wearing for that, but I'm excited to go shopping for it.
I'll wait till the last second.
I'm a whore for a sexy outfit. You know that's true.
You do so well, though.
Thank you.
Your outfits have been a dream for me. I've talked about it in previous episodes, how much I love taking clothes off a woman. That green outfit, the panties, the way it shaped your ass, the lace, the bows on the blue
You made
and
me
white.
want to dress up for you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And
I appreciate you appreciating it.
to all the wonderful other women that have put that on and stepped out of your comfort zones for a night and got around us, I thank you for that. Hopefully you felt the reciprocated positivity.
Yes.
back
And
to
also, show us more.
So I think we can go on to swinging forward. We do have other things planned in between now and then. We are trying to iron out some details with some others. But I got a couple good ones already pre-prepared for swinging forward. But should we check off some boxes? So, play in the big playroom.
Done and done. Check.
Got that taken care of. We both did it. We were both there together. Amazing time. You're so fucking hot. What other boxes did we check off? We had some group play at Princeton.
Fun.
Beyond just 4 people.
Yes.
Granted, not all of us were mixed together, but we were all in the same room.
Yeah.
So
that still counts.
phenomenal experience.
Super fun.
The reason I didn't want to continue to talk about Princeton because I think it would have led into something further, but I did want to tie in and wrap up the season with everything that went on at our last event. So from one of our first episodes, our first round draft picks were together. Our first date was together.
Oh, shit.
Our first play date was together.
I didn't put any of this together till right now when you were counting on your fingers, but
The perfect ending to season 1
yes,
was all of our previous podcasts
I would say a culmination, but what I mean is a culmination.
under one roof
Yes.
in one night. And I'm not sure that many of them knew about each other.
No.
Which was wonderful. But
I tasted all of it.
we played with all of it.
Ah, fuck.
What a night. That
Late December, back in 63.
we don't do in our description, and of course we're not a couple that broadcasts behind
No.
closed doors.
We don't kiss and tell.
But just about every piece of every podcast happened under one roof.
Yeah, that's
One
true.
night.
That's wild.
Completely unintentional.
Completely uninhibited.
And it was amazing.
Oh my God.
So I thought that was phenomenal. So swinging forward.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
I know I keep pushing it because I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about it. Swinging forward, you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I got some things.
Okay.
Okay.
Let it out, baby.
I want to consider looking for a long distance friend.
Ooh, okay. I could be into that for sure.
I would like to meet a couple, and of course, just wanting it doesn't make it happen.
Sure.
But if it were to happen, I would like this maybe, not by next episode, just sometime in our future. I would like to make destination friends.
I love that. I think that's great. And I feel like that would be something that's really positive for us because, we're kind of hobbits. We don't like to leave the Shire, and I would like to see new places, new things, and meet new people. So I support that swing forward for sure. I'm in that boat with you 1,000%.
I also, and I think I've said it a couple times, but I do want to participate in group play.
Same. Okay.
Bigger group play.
Yes.
So that's something, I don't know. In my mind, it says it's got to be the right people, the right setting, the right time.
In
But
my
at the same
mind,
time,
it says
I'm open-minded to fluidly walking into it.
Yes, yes.
And by fluidly, I mean, is that happening? I'm here.
Slippery. In my mind, there is a huge potential for that in the house party at the end of the month.
I think there is potential.
Yes.
If it doesn't happen, I won't be disappointed.
No.
But,
I mean, at the end of every day, I will still happily fuck just you.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
But I do think there's a phenomenal
yes.
chance it could.
The percentage is, it's wild.
Looking forward to that. So those are my two things swinging forward that I really put some thought and effort into.
Okay.
And I have talked to some couples that if something transpired, that would be totally awesome. We've met some out of town people at events.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really cool if we can make that connection with
Yes.
a couple and say, hey, I'll see you in South Carolina. I'll see you in Connecticut. I'll see you in whatever.
Yeah. Agreed.
I would say within a 10-hour drive. I want to be able to hit it within a day's drive.
Oh, I want to be able to hit it.
I see what you did there.
So my swing forward, I really want to spit roast. I don't want to plan it. I want it to happen organically, but oh my god, I want to spit roast so fucking bad.
I was, unbeknownst to you, in the mindset to make it happen St. Patty's night.
And I appreciate that.
And
you're so thoughtful.
The only holdup I had is in my mind there was a gentleman that was there by himself that night.
Who are you kidding? We invited him. I wanted him there because I wanted to fuck him. The end.
And so I wanted to ask him to participate, but I didn't have the prior discussion with him and I.
Well, and
alone
timing
to make sure,
at those events, it's
because I thought in the moment it would be hot. If
yes.
I see him in the hallway and he stops
and
to
tag
watch,
him in Hulk Hogan style.
Hey,
yeah,
and we're comfortable enough with each other.
Oh shit!
That I'm 99% sure he'd have been okay with it.
Oh, since then you guys have had that conversation, and
well,
he's had it with
out.
me too.
Yes, I did reach out to him afterwards because
yes.
We maintain that friendship.
Yeah, no, so I adore them.
I talked to him on the phone, we text, and so on and so forth. And I asked him, I was like, hey, this is what I wanted to happen. I didn't do it because I didn't talk to you.
Yeah. But
hey, if shit should pop off in the future, are you cool spit roasting my wife?
Thankfully for me.
It's an enthusiastic yes.
I do. I want to know what that feels like. I'm such a people pleaser that I feel like being able to please two people at once.
You definitely have, and I've been there.
I know, but in that kind of a way, physically to me, like
I would say with two males
yes,
specifically, because you
yes,
know a female and a male, you're no stranger to,
sure, or two females,
or two females,
well,
or more than two in a night.
simmer down. It's not a hat trick. So
It's sexy.
my other swing forward is, and maybe you might not even know this actually, because
Okay.
I kind of
Surprise time.
yeah, I kind of noted this at the last minute. I would absolutely love to have a consistent female play partner, whether she is just for me or for you or for sharing or for both. I would love someone that we both trust, that we both really like, that we both like spending time with, that physically I could reach out to and have whenever I wanted, with you and without you.
You and I have had this discussion
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to other females. You know, you don't need my permission to go play with other females at any time. You know, go get what I can offer out of that experience anytime you want it. The steady girlfriend thing we've talked about.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm steady girlfriend material.
I'm just saying we talked about it.
Yeah, I just don't, like, emotionally, I don't think that steady girlfriend is what I'm after, because I can't commit my heart to someone
Right.
when my heart is already committed to you, which is part of what I think makes me such a comfortable swinger, is that because of the connection I have to you, I know that I'm not going to form a connection that's even fucking close to what you and I have.
I agree. As much as I would like a unicorn between us that would enjoy us both equally, I'm also realistic enough to understand that that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, almost. I would say that's probably almost elusive as the four-way, which is the reason why all you unicorns are so fucking coveted.
But I wouldn't be close-minded enough to say no. You know, that's too much. I think another woman in our lives, more than just a unicorn at an event at a club, would be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I'm also very accepting of the fact that that may exist between you and her, or me and her first, before the other finds something.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah. No, absolutely. I feel
But-
the same way, I think.
Yeah, it's
I don't
difficult
mind
to
if
decide
a
because you
unicorn-
get back in that connection thing.
Yeah. I don't mind if we find a unicorn that has more of a connection to you than to me. I feel like we've had that in couples relationships before, where I was completely accepting that she wanted more from you than she wanted from me. And while the time that her and I had was really enjoyable, I know that physically and emotionally, she needed a man to make her feel the way that she felt the sexiest. And that's
Sure.
fine too. So let's talk about where people can find us. Personally, the missus, I am on both Cassidy.com and swingtowns.com as SilverFox79. I'm an affiliate photographer for both websites. So if you need new profile pictures, couple pictures, erotic photos, where you need someone to be really professional, but you need photos, I'm that person. Where else? We are on Twitter at...
We're on Twitter at Silver Fox Swings. We do post. We try to get out there once a day. We're starting to build a following, so thank you to all of them out there. I am on swinglifestyle.com. I am also SilverFox79 on all platforms. I am also on Swinger Zone Central.
You may or may not find me on TikTok and some of the little subcategories of swing talk and king talk and whatever else. But
Do you want to throw out there your handle?
no, if you want to find me, you'll find me.
You can email us at the silverfoxswingset at gmail.com if you want a more discretionary approach. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. We do not share our emails with any listeners or on any other platform. And we appreciate the ones of you who have.
Yes.
Thank you.
And for the love of Pete, you want to go to dinner? You want to take us out? You want to kiss a little bit? Please email us. We love dinner and kissing and going out.
Or reach out to us on any of those platforms. We are very responsive.
Yes.
We may not get back to you that day, but we do check them all, and we will respond to you. We promise. We love everybody that reaches out to us.
Yes, thank you to everyone who has downloaded, subscribed, reached out, sent a message. Like, we didn't expect any of this, really. This podcast started kind of just for us and became something so much bigger that makes us feel like a family that we started. It feels so good, and we appreciate every single one of you that reaches out, that emails, that says to us in person, "Oh my gosh, hey, I've listened to your podcast and here's what I think about it." Every single one of you we absolutely appreciate, and we'd love to meet more of you in person. So do not be afraid to reach out. If you have questions, if you just want to
from the people that began their journey and were on it with us, maybe started at a later date.
Thank you.
To the veterans of the lifestyle that say it's refreshing to hear us discuss these topics and say they still have those conversations.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank
so
you to
much.
all you. Thank you.
It's so fucking humbling.
Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Desires for putting on such an amazing event.
And for putting us in that room.
And the things we did do.
We caused a ruckus. Don't take a black light in there.
Thank you to Dee and Ray, the owners of Euphoria.
Yes.
Thank you so much for all that you've done for us. And thank the four of you for taking us under your wings.
Yes.
At each of your events.
Same.
Whether you say you did or not, that's the way you make us feel.
That's how we felt. For sure.
Thank you to J and K.
Thank you for the fucking shower.
Thank you to the missus.
Fuck.
And just thank you.
God, that was a good shower.
You guys are amazing. The reason we mention these people, we went to our first hotel takeover. All these people are the people we met in the first night. All of these people have turned out to be amazing friendships. And thank you to all of you that have listened to every journey we've had along the way.
Yes. And we hope that many of you, if not all of you, will join us in the next season.
We are going to have a sexy summer, as you said.
The sexiest summer.
We do have plans even out to July lined up.
Yes, I love that.
We do book up quick, so if you do want to hang out with us, please let us know. We want to hang out with everybody. Yes. To all the people we haven't had an opportunity to, please, we really love talking to you.
Yes,
we aren't afraid to approach anyone.
No, we do love talking.
So it's just a matter of time.
Yes. Come at us.
Thank you for everyone who's tolerated Mrs. Silver Fox.
Oh, and all my bragging.
And all your fucking hotness.
All right, are you ready? I'm going to say it.
So, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you to all that have put up with us for the first season, and we'll be back. And as I always say, if anything, we'll have a good night. If everything, we'll have an amazing one.
Thank you.
shit.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 7. I'm Mr. Silver Fox. That bitch over there is my wife.
I'm not even. I wasn't even in position. I'm looking for a Snapchat filter for our Twitter photo. Shit.